Chapter 1268. Hearing Kyria's words, Alicia's tears suddenly flowed out. When Jane saw his fiancée and was so humiliated by his mother, he was a little bit overwhelmed. He hurriedly said, "Mom, marrying Alicia is the life of the two of us. As long as the two of us can live well, we don't want to care. There are so many. So don't worry about it too much. It's not too early. Can you just prepare for the wedding?" "That won't work." Kyria looked at Alicia with disgust, and said contemptuously, "I am just mad in my heart. Since I was beaten to marry your dad, I have never suffered such a grievance. Why did it seem like we had climbed them up high? Steve, Dad, and I were waiting here early in the morning. Our relatives and friends also came early in the morning, but what about their home? Except for the bride, none of the others came. This is to look down on people and despise us after making it clear." Alicia quickly waved his hand and explained, "Auntie, you really misunderstood. My parents really didn't mean to look down on you. They were just a little angry, so they didn't come." Kyria shouted coldly, "It's useless to talk so much to me. Getting married is an important matter in life. You are not an orphan without a father or mother. How can you attend the wedding by yourself? I grew up so much and I have never heard of someone's parents. Those who are still alive but do not come to the wedding will not only lose face when it spreads out, but it is also not lucky in itself." Speaking of this, Kyria gritted her teeth and said, "Alicia, I'll leave it here today. If your parents don't come, I don't think this marriage needs to be married." As soon as these words came out, Alicia almost collapsed. She finally relied on the help of Emma and Alex to escape her parents' obstruction and came to the wedding. Alicia thought that it would be worthwhile to marry Jane even if I turned my face with my family. I didn't expect that after I came, I realized that my husband's family still had so many difficulties waiting for me. Emma couldn't see it at this time, and she said angrily, "Auntie, do you know how much Alicia has suffered and how much price she has paid for this engagement?" Kyria raised her eyebrows and looked at Emma, and said, "This girl, I don't know you, so I don't want to offend you, but there are some things we have to make sense. My son is going to marry my daughter-in-law today and invited so many relatives. Friends came to join in, but the wife's house didn't even go out alone. Have you ever seen anyone doing things like this?" Emma hurriedly said, "Isn't this a special situation? Alicia's parents really have a lot of opinions on this matter." Alicia also made a lot of determination to turn his face with his family and marry Jane. Kyria curled her lips, "Oh, our family can't afford it. Let me tell you, when you get married, you must follow the old rules. If the bride's parents don't come, the marriage will not end. The King of Heaven and I will come and talk to me. It's useless to say." Emma said angrily, "How can you do this?" Alex stopped Emma at this time, looked at Kyria and asked with a smile, "Okay, I don't think you should spend so much effort here to find various reasons. Everyone is an adult, so just say it straight. How can you agree to hold the wedding as usual when Alicia's parents are not here?" Kyria smiled and said, "It's very simple. Our family is looking for a daughter-in-law. It is the right thing to do. But Alicia and her family are so poor. I can bear it for the happiness of my son. Her parents can't look down on people so much. I forbeared them, but at this time, they shook my face with me. In that case, let's just do business. How can we say that our family is a wealthy family with a net worth of tens of millions? If Alicia wants to marry us, you must bring a dowry of at least 1 million, otherwise it will be skipped." As soon as Alicia heard this, the good temper that he had tolerated for a long time was almost wiped out by the other party. She didn't expect that Kyria, who had always been a troublemaker between herself and Jane, would even bite back at this time, pushing all the responsibility to her own family. So she couldn't hide her anger and said, "Aunt Kyria, if you had said that you didn't want to let me pass, then I would be begging you for nothing. But you said that you promised me to have a wedding with Jane."